What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out Medieval Dynasty. I had the key kind of drop on my desk today. Figured we'd check it on out before I went ahead and headed on home for the week. All right, I'm home right now, all right? I work from home, so I don't really go home from work. That's like a positive and a negative, right? Like, my work is, like, right there by the living room, but at the same time, like, I'm off on, like, the weekend or whatever. You know, I'm trying not to, like, do laborious things. Anyways, before I clock out, let's play some Medieval Dynasty, shall we? I've heard this game compared a little bit to, like, Kingdom Come Deliverance meets Stardew Valley meets some other influences. It sounded like something that might have some depth to it, so let's dive on in and see what the game's got to offer. We're going to play the first X amount of time until I feel like we've got the rough idea, and once we get there, you can decide whether or not it's for you and you wanted to add it to your wish list. Shh! Cinematic!
I used to have a simple life. Whatever needed doing round the farm, I'd do it. Being the eldest son, it's tough. But at least we had a living, and our plates were never empty. Then, the war came. I lost everything overnight. The last thing I remember is Father pushing me away, yelling for me to run, to live. At first, I didn't know what to do. Then, I remembered. A story my mother once told me. A story about my uncle, Jordan. He made a modest fortune up north, in a peaceful valley far away from the war. For weeks, I held on to that thought, until the valley from my mother's stories. I could see it. This is where I can start a new life.
Alright, so here we are. We're standing in the middle of a glen-like glade. There's probably, like, some deers and some rats running around. Like, there's this general... So, like, where I live, there's, like, the sidewalk right here, right? And there's, like, these bushes like this thing along the sidewalk, like, all the way down for, like, 2 miles. And I go for my run on that concrete. And as I'm running on it, dude, it's like the Little Mermaid, but with rats. Like, rats live in the bushes. And they jump and they, like, breach out of the bushes. And they're just like... Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's like a... It's like a urban Disney scene in the background. I gotta sing a song about, like, floating trash and the smell of smoke. And the rats dancing in the sky. I've never told anybody that story. It's like one of those little things I keep to myself when I'm having a bad day. I think about it and it makes me laugh. And so I never share it with anybody. But, you know what? I've been on the internet for like 8 years now and I'm running out of ideas. I gotta start giving you guys some of the more sacred stuff, dude. It's pretty good graphics right here. I didn't expect this game to look this good. It's pretty, where are we going right now? We're going to Hornica. Alright. Or Hornita. No, I think that's a C. Alright. Fair enough. Wait, no, we're going to... Where are we going? We're going to Gustovia? Dude, Gustovia sounds like the kind of place where the Cossacks come and kill, like, your whole family in the middle of the night, dude. I don't know if I want to live somewhere called Gustovia. Like, Gustovia sounds like the kind of place where just, like, nothing good has ever happened, nor will anything good ever happen. Like, it's probably somewhere, like, south of Siberia, just, like, a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, just far enough away from civilization to, like, have no law enforcement support whatsoever. But, like, just close enough to where, you know, criminals can get there and, like, roving bands. There's just enough wealth for roving bands to come through and try to get some, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know if I want to live in a place called Gustovia. What's up, bro? Apparently he approves of me 50%. So half of what I've got going on, he's about it. Half of what I have going on, he absolutely is like, forget that, dude. Hey, stranger, what brings you to our valley? You don't look like a merchant or pilgrim. My name is Rasimir, and I came from the south looking for my uncle Jordan. In his old home, they called him Jordan the Raftsman. Jordan? Oh, yeah, he told me about his life on the river. Came to the right place, a few years too late, I'm afraid. Oh, yeah, why is that? What happened to him? He was a great man and an even better friend. A good craftsman, an excellent trader, and he made a fortune here. See the tavern over there? He built and ran that, as well as a lot of the other shops that you're going to find here in the valley. All right, where's my uncle? Well, don't get your hopes up. Ownership has changed after Jordan died, and there's no one left who would recognize a debt towards some distant relative of him. Okay, gone is gone, the past is forgotten. So, like, what happened? How'd he die? He got ambushed by Cossacks. See? He got ambushed by bandits. Cossacks, dude, I knew it. His carters were slaughtered. He must have put up a good fight. Took 2 of them to the death from what he saw. We searched for him. I buried him myself, or better, what the wolves left behind. I'm sorry to be the bearer of such bad news. All right, well, my uncle's dead. He has no money, and so I came all the way up here, and I got corns on my feet for nothing. Don't say that. I wouldn't let a nephew of Jordan go to waste, and even if most villagers forgot fast what they owe your uncle, I have no intention to join them there. I am the Castellan, and my words still carry. What's a Castellan, dude? I had a friend growing up whose family was from, like, Chile, right? And like, he would swear up and down, right? Because we worked at the same place for a while, and you'd have somebody come in that would speak Spanish, but, like, my Spanish is really, really bad, and I'm probably going to say something dumb. But my buddy was fluent, right? And so I'd be like, hey, man, I need you to come out and speak Spanish and figure out what we can do for this person. And he'd be like, bro, first off, I don't speak Spanish. I speak Castellano, bro. And it was spelled like that right there. And I still, to this day, have no idea what Castellano means. You should probably Google it or something. Like, this is back in the day before the internet, so you couldn't, like, Google it back then. Now you can Google it, and then it's like one of those faint memories that I just never got around to Googling. Maybe I'll do it after I record this. I can craft simple tools, I can collect my necessities from the wilderness, and I know how to count and to barter. Well, that's good, dude. That gives us one up on everybody else in the medieval world if we know how to count and, like, read and stuff. That's good. That's good enough. I may not have goods or gold to offer, but you can have as much land here as you want. Not sold, but granted to you for life. Build a house, grow some vegetables, keep some livestock. Follow your uncle's dream. As much as I want, as much as you can put to good use, and as long as you pay your taxes. You can cut down trees to build your house. Reed will grow by the river, and it'll work for a roof. You got any food with you? Nope. All right, if necessary, you can find vendors in the village. If you don't have any money for food, you can always look for mushrooms in the forest or hunt some animals. All right, how do I get coins? Sure, you can talk to people here in the villages. Maybe somebody will pay you for your help. All right, cool, man. Sounds good. I wonder if we're going to have, like, some kind of, like, harvest festival or something, and we can dance around the maypole until the Cossacks arrive and kill us all. I'm telling you, man. That's how my wife's family got here, bro. Cossacks. The Cossacks came rampaging, and it was like, well, it's time for us to leave. And they boarded a boat, and they came to New York, and then they went, and they lived in Philadelphia, and that's where they remain to this day. All right? That's the way it happened. All right, allows access to the inventory skills. All right, so we got our tab menu. We've got a construction wheel that we can play around with. So, like, let's have a look at all this stuff that we've got going on. We've got our inventory right here. Definitely actually reminiscent of Kingdom Come Deliverance. That's what it reminds me of a lot. It's a bit of like a console menu almost, but it does have mouse control, so we can click on things. But like every time I see a menu like this, I always assume it's for like old Oblivion, like Xbox 360 play or whatever. We've got a torch. We've got a hammer. All right, so we can build with it. It's got different working modes. Fair enough. We've got our clothing, and I guess this is just further tabs. Inside of skills, we've got all kinds of stuff available here that you can take a look at. We got one with the earth. We got force of nature, mining, woodcutter, like all kinds of cool things inside of here. I don't know if we have any money. We have 50 bucks right now. I would suggest we find an axe. I don't know what traders look like around here, but it looks like they're marked on our little radial tile thing, or our little radial compass. So let's see if there's anybody around here who will sell us something. Is the vendor, it's her. Hey, how you doing? Do you have a minute? What is it? I just got back from working in the fields. Tough job. How's your job? I hope you're... There you go. We got to start hitting on ladies. That's what you do when you live in the village. You got to be a family man, bro. We're living rural right now. We're getting ready to make a homestead. Like, obviously, we'll do that first. But then we got to have at least a couple ladies on hold that we've been actively wooing. So that, you know, back then, you had to have, like, 15 children because, like, 12 of them were going to die before the age of, like, 8. They were all going to get, like, scarlet fever or something. And then beyond that, you needed them to help out on the farm and do all that extra labor for you so that you could, like, have more stuff. Oh, dude, she only sells grain? Oh, no, dude, I don't want grain. Doesn't help me out. I need an axe. I need an axe and like a large pike that I can fight off Cossacks with. It looks like there's another vendor over here, and this one lives inside of a house, so maybe he's got more stuff. It looks like I just like shoved my way in. Hey, how you doing? I have no idea how to say your name. I'm just gonna call you Yarrow. I'm gonna call you Yarrow for right now because that name is beefy. English doesn't deal well with the amount of like lumped consonants and like W's and things that are in here. We just don't like really have those. So it's a challenge for us. And you know me, I don't like to challenge myself. Self-improvement stopped at potty training, bro. Let's see here. Apparently this person just makes various foods. That's it. It's just foods. Okay. I am a little bit worried. Oh, there's an exclamation point over here. Get out of the way, door. What's the exclamation point over? What was that? Hold on, there was a thing over here. Maple branches? Sure, why not? I'll pick up some sticks. Maybe I'll be able to build some kind of like hut or shelter out of it or something. I think it might be this guy over here who's just like standing, staring at the skyline along the edge of town. What's up, bro? My name is Rasimir. Hey, I'm Alwyn. I don't recognize you. You new here? Yeah, I came in from the south and I'm looking for a new place for myself where I can start a new life. Good luck. Every day I cultivate the fields. I do the same thing every day, year to year. Does it bore you? Of course it bores me. How long can you do the same thing in life over and over and over again? But my family needs my help, so, you know, I'm doing my best. Did I offend you? Nah, it's fine. On top of that, I handle my damn scythe broke, and now it takes even longer to harvest crops. All right, I think I know how to help with this. I don't know, maybe he wants... Oh, dude, he wants, like... Oh, dude. We've got, like, a quest right now, so we got to get some sticks and some rocks. All right, let's go get some sticks. One stick. Ooh, this is birch, too. This is the good stuff right here. Yeah, let me get that right there. Yep. Some more sticks. Then we need, like, a couple of rocks. Apparently, I'm going to craft this stuff myself. Where do you think rocks are at? That looks like a rock to me. Yeah, you come with me. We're going to rock down to Electric Avenue. No, we're not. I'm lying. Do-do-do-do-do. Ooh, I can craft. There we go. Looks like I can make a skinning knife, and I can make a stone axe right now. Nice. Let's make a stone axe. Yeah, you work those in. The graphics are actually pretty good, dude. I'm pretty happy with this right now. All right, so we've got a stone axe right now. It's going to be on our 1 key. I'll take my wooden hammer, too, and I'll put it, like, on my 2 slot. I take that out right there. That's definitely an axe. I don't know how hard it's going to be to drag logs around. I'm going to make an assumption that it's probably not going to be as bad as, like, Unreal World, where it's going to be, like, super time-consuming. But I would guess... from the realism so far, that maybe it's going to take a little bit of doing. Let's go find a good spot for our house to be anyways, just in case I got to haul these logs all over the place. I'm thinking down by the river over here. This doesn't seem too bad over here, man. I mean, the place to set up if we're going to be a shopkeep or whatever would be at the choke to this river. That's what we would really, really want, is we would want our shop to be right next to the river because everybody has to come there. Apparently, we have water. We can drink from the river, I guess. I don't know if I would do that personally, but maybe people in medieval times had, like, stronger stomachs than we have. Like, I wouldn't drink straight out of the river. I might boil it or something first, just to make sure. Like, you don't want to get wrecked by Giardia, especially in a world where they don't have, like, antivirals, antibacterials, antifungals, antiparasitics. Like, might be a little... I mean, you would just die. In this world, if anything went wrong with you, you, like, stubbed your toe, you got a cut, and then you stepped in a puddle 3 seconds later, and there was a hole in your shoe because you're poor and you can't buy a new one, and then you just died from an infection. That was it. You just, like, dropped dead, like, a few days later, and that was it. Wow, that axe is far superior to what I expected. Alright. So I just have, like, a maple tree right here now? Oh, we can mush it up into logs. Gotcha. Okay. I can live with that. Let me get all these logs right here. Let me get them logs. Make ourselves a little log cabin over here. Alright, so let me chop this down, and I'll come back once I've done the 5 trees, and then we'll figure out where the hell we get straw from. Bro, I think a pig's trying to kill me. Yeah! The forest is more dangerous than I expected. Apparently, boars are super territorial out. Is he still on me? Is he gonna go fight that other boar right there? Ooh, there's berries? Yeah, let me get some berries, dude. I don't know if these are berries that are gonna, like, hurt me or kill me. Oh, they're unripe, dude? Oh, no. They're gonna taste like weenus, dude. I don't want that. No, dude. Oh, my berries are unripe, and I am disappointed. I thought that I had solved our food problem through the sheer and cunning use of my mind, and instead I almost got mauled by pork. All right, so now we got to find some straw so that we can build our first house, and it's got to be a dope medieval bachelor pad. I don't know what goes into having like the most awesome medieval bachelor pad, but we're gonna figure it out, okay? One step at a time, we are gonna get there. I think the ultimate goal that we're gonna be shooting for is that it looks like there's a whole bunch of recipes that are inside of here in this technology thing. You earn money to buy new recipes that allow you to do new things, from what I can tell. I'll probably try to get the bow and the arrows. I'll probably try to get the bow and the arrows about as soon as possible. I mean, we need the campfire before that's gonna work, so unfortunately, like, we've got things we gotta take care of. We're gonna have to find a food source as well. I mean, honestly, if we could get, like, a fishing rod, that might work, too. Like, we could just go fishing. Like, you've got this bridge right here. It'd be super easy. Ooh. It'd be super easy just to set up a net in between these right here and just not allow anything to get through and just, like, catch them. Like, it would not be that hard, I don't think. Like, this would be exactly like the perfect kind of place where I'd suggest casting nets, because we've got a really good choke point right here, especially if there's fish that want to move in between that large lake over there and they have to go upriver in the smaller tributary. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I would do. That is the first place that I would try, is I would get up there in the morning and start putting some nets across some of these cross beams and just see what I could catch. Plus, nets are nice because they cost you 0 energy. In a survival situation, anything that costs you 0 energy is what you want to go for. And, you know, anything that provides you with free energy while costing you no energy, that's the perfect situation. That's ultimately what you're looking for. Maple branches. I was going to look around. They said there was, like, some kind of mushrooms or something out here. Yeah, we picked up a moral over here, and it looks like there's another one on this side, too. I don't know if these are edible, though. Like, are morals edible? Oh, it can. Apparently, it gives +1 food. That's not very much food. We do have some rolls on us, but I would rather, like, not eat those right now. Like, I think we're going to have to graze, like, an awful lot in order to, like, fill up our meter. It looks like occasionally we're getting, like, these little patches out here, but I don't think this is meant to be a long-term solution from what I'm seeing. Like, I don't think that they would be worth, like, 5 food or something if this is what you were meant to do, like, long-term. 1 food implies to me that, like, hey, this is kind of like a... Oh, there's a fox over there, dude. Come here, you little bastard. Come here, little bastard. Come here! Well, I chased the fox all over the woods while drooling on myself and shouting, "I'm gonna eat you!" And unfortunately, he got away. Turns out, mini dogs are pretty fleet of foot. Like, when you shout, "I'm gonna eat you," they seem to understand English. So, you know, that's probably my fault linguistically. I probably should have thought about giving away my intentions like that. Probably should have lured him in with, like, some biscuits or something, and then smacked him. Well, you know, it's life. You can't always win. Dude, I just leveled up my survival from, like, my sheer ability to shovel mushroom. Like, I found, like, 1,000 mushrooms over here, dude. They're everywhere. Down by the river, doing some shrooms. Alright, so in order to build... It looks like we can do, like, a basic house over here, but we need, like, 6 logs. I can get 6 logs. I've got, like, 11 on the ground right there. All right, so we'll go here, and then we'll go to houses, and then we'll do this right here. Ooh, that's a pretty cool house. How do I, if I wanted to, ooh. Where is door on house? I do not know where door is. Door is right there. Good. We'll put house right here by river. Perfect. That house look pretty good right here. I am happy for house. This is good house. All right, what else can we build? It looks like we can do... we break out the hammer and it gives us, like, we can do wattle walls. Interesting. Okay, we'll throw it all in there, man. We gotta have a house. I don't have the sticks that I'm going to require. Apparently there's 4 seasons and we're going to need to... Oh, really? The season changes every 3 days? Well, that's really, really fast. Like, I assume that I don't have to sleep or anything? I hope. If I have to sleep or whatever, this is going to get more complicated. I'm just trying to be, like, out in the wilds right now, all by my lonesome. You know, being the man that nature requires me to be. You know? There we go. Give me some more sticks out here, babe. There we go. Grab that right there. Grab that right there. Then we get back to it. We get back to it. All right. Put in that wattle wall right there. Yeah, just a whole bunch of sticks. If you don't know what wattle is, it's actually not that hard to do. It's actually pretty easy. It works better with bamboo, in my opinion. But the general idea with wattle is that you see these layers right here. This is actually accurate. So you have support beams that go up that are made out of like a stick, and then you weave sticks back and forth in between the supports, and you have 2 layers of this. So you would have this side of the wall, and that side of the wall would have their own separate. They would have their own separate support sticks going vertically. You do it on both sides, and you fill the interior with like mud or clay, or you fill the interior with leaves or something like that. Work perfectly great. That's actually how the majority of structures were built for a really, really long time. I'd prefer to do it. I don't know if I'm getting better at this or not. I don't know what the 29% means. I think that's just the total completion of the house, in all honesty. All right, I'm all out of sticks, and we're out of energy. I'm gonna have to eat something pretty soon. Like, I've been going through some mushrooms, all right? I do like that the building system is really, really simple, and I actually really like the fact that they didn't try to copy. I really like the fact that they didn't copy, like, Rust or anything else like that. Like, I'm tired of that building system, or, like, the forest or whatever. Like, I really, really like what they decided to do here. We're gonna need logs for a lot of this, apparently. Oh, there's a chunk of roof right there just to get us out of the elements. The roof actually looks like it's a lot easier to build than some of the other stuff. Oh, we also have to do, yeah, we've got to do like the eave or whatever right there, the gable. Okay. All right, 1 second. I think that I need to go gather some more sticks. We are super out of sticks. And in fact, like making a wattle wall would be pretty intensive. But you can get it done in a day or two. Like, you can actually make a, if you're not doing a thatched roof on it, you can make like a circular hut with a hole in the roof, making with like wattle pretty easy. It's actually not that hard. You practice it a couple times, and I promise you'll figure it out, especially if you have bamboo available. Like, bamboo is just like, oh! Like, bamboo is the dream material if you're trying to build something out of wattle, let me tell you. I think we're almost done here. There we go. I think I gotta get the gabling on the other side, and then we'll be ready to rock. There we go. Oh no, dude, I ran out of logs again. I swear to God, dude. I picked up 3. I thought I had enough, but apparently something extra cost me a log here. There we go. Chop that down. Get ourselves all nice and homesteaded. Perfect. There is actually not like an ounce of jank on this game thus far. Like, I was expecting things to feel jankier. Like, I used to exclusively cover survival games back when I was a young YouTuber, you know what I mean? And like, oh cool, it gave us beds too. Like, we get free beds. Nice, man. Oh, and we get a free storage chest? My dude, and a stone campfire? Yes, brother. Yes! That means that I can cook my fishies. I can cook my fishies. All right. Well, I kind of want to go into the management then, or into the technology. And like, if I go to like the survival menu, how hard is it for me to get like a fishing rod? Oh, the fishing net's going to cost a whole bunch. Okay. So for the hunting lodge, we have fishing nets, we have pikes, big nets. Okay, we just don't know how to do them. What things can I craft right now? So I've got others. We can make what look like traps right now. So we can do rabbit traps if we have sticks. What kind of rabbit trap is? Oh, it's just like a cage trap. Okay. Yeah, we'll set some snares, I guess. I probably wouldn't use this type of trap for catching rabbits. We probably shouldn't be setting them in the dark either. I'm going to put them along the edge of the river down here. It's going to be easier to track them and following them. It takes you energy in order to put up traps. And so losing a trap is one of the worst things that can possibly happen to you. I would like if one of these options right here, just a contextual UI thing, the X was a little bit smaller, and then right here it had repeat whatever the last build was that you did. I would very much like that. Let's see here. We got storages, survival, because I got to click like a whole bunch of times to find these menus in here. Oh, I can only have one at a time. Oh, okay. All right. So we are limited on the amount of snares that we're allowed to deploy. Gotcha. I suppose that makes sense. Like, what am I going to say? All right, we can craft a spear. I do think that's a really good idea. A spear would be a fantastic idea. So let's make a spear, and we've made that out of a log here. It's probably not going to be the best weapon that we're ever going to use. Whenever I play a survival game, my weapon's always on the 4 key, in case you were wondering why I irrationally and weirdly put it on the 4 key. It's just what I've always done. What does it take me? Oh, we can make a wooden hoe as well. Yeah, make a wooden hoe. I assume at some point we're going to buy some seed from that lady over there, and we'll start harvesting crops. All right, so we got that. The last thing that we needed was a skinning knife, so I'm going to need 2 rocks in order to make that happen. Unfortunately, it's kind of dark. All right, so there's our knife, too, so that we can skin an animal if we so desire. Now, I don't know. Oh, I am supposed to be throwing this. That's what I was kind of curious about. I wonder if it stacks inside the hot slot, like I can have 2 or 3 of them. It does look like I can have more. It might be a good idea. Especially if we're not actually making like a spear here. It looks like we're making like a javelin, like a very, very simple, very crude javelin. Which actually I would recommend against. If you're hunting rabbit, what you want to do is you want to take a stick that's curved. And you want it to be made out of like hardwood. Like something heavy. And then you just smooth it out a little bit. Whittle on it until it gets a little bit more aerodynamic. And then you got yourself a Chucky stick. And Chucky sticks, that's the good stuff for hunting rats, rabbits, things of that nature. Stuff that's smaller if you don't have like a bow and you don't feel comfortable throwing like a javelin or like an ad-ladle. I just go with a chucking stick. Like I played baseball from the age of like 5 years old till I was like 20. Like I'm like super accurate with my throwing. Like I can throw a baseball pretty damn hard. And if you get something that's curved so it's got a little bit more centrifugal force on it, you can throw that thing out there and nail something right in the head if you've been practicing your entire life. That's what I take my chances on because I am not familiar with throwing a spear. So I've got my torch now. It's not incredibly bright, but we have our torch, we have our spear. Pretty good chance that if we can find something out here, we should be able to take it down and skin it. I don't know if we're going to be messing around with like boars or anything else like that. We'll actually probably want to put the light out unless you're hunting frogs or something. You don't really want the light. But that's actually something I would try my hand at, too. Getting a turtle or getting a... I don't know if they have turtles wherever we are. Getting a turtle or maybe getting like a... Oh, hello. Oh, I didn't know how straight my throws were going to be. I didn't expect to hit him with the first one. Kind of. I wonder if he's bleeding out now. Oh, he moved. I don't even think that's the same one, in all honesty. Is that it? Hey, there we go. We took down a deer with a javelin, which actually probably pretty difficult, in all honesty. Probably not that easy to do. An ad-ladle, maybe. A sling, definitely, actually. That's another thing you could think about if you've ever... used a sling before, like an old Hebrew shepherd's sling. I had one growing up when I was a kid because my family was like Amish. My family's like super religious. And so anyways, when we were doing like the story of David and Goliath and whatnot, my dad made me one out of rope and out of leather, like a leather thong type deal in the middle. And dude, you could get a rock moving with that thing. Like I have no doubt that if you clinked a deer in the side of the head with that thing, he's going to be unconscious. It might not kill him, but it's going to knock him the hell out and take a chunk of his head with it. That thing could cook up some serious, serious heat. But for a rabbit or something, it'd be just perfect. A little rabbit or, you know, a little grouse or whatever. Like, that'd be the tool right there. That might be another thing to think about in a situation like this. Although, frankly, if we live next to a town where they're capable of, like, manufacturing things, I guess we could just make a bow. Like, that's always an option. But anyways, we've pretty much done all the tasks that we need to do in order to survive. We just picked up a consistent source of food. If we have access to salt, we don't even need access to salt, in all fairness. We have a fire in the house. We could hang this and smoke it. You can smoke an entire deer, and that'll last quite a while. The thing you'll have to watch out for is if there's badgers around, if there's... couple things we have foxes, so foxes will definitely try to get after dried meat, so we wouldn't be able to dry it outside. And if we did dry it outside, we'd have to dry it on top of like a pedestal or something, or dry it on the roof maybe with a ladder. But even so, that means we'd have to light a fire. So yeah, I'd say we'd have to build like some kind of platform that was built up over on another side, and I just don't know how I'd put that together. And Like, personally, I don't know how I would put that together. Oh, nice. We actually roasted on a stick. Very cool. I dig it. I don't know how long it's going to take for this to go bad, but I wonder if we can take it to town and sell it. We also got the hide and the skin, so I don't know how, like, in-depth the tanning process is going to be. Whether or not we're going to have to go harvest tannins and do, like, the rinsing process and do all that kind of stuff. My dad is really good at taxidermy at this point. My dad's been doing taxidermy for 20 years now. He's pretty good at it, man. He'll make you a rabbit hide that's so soft you could, like, wrap a pillow with it, basically. Good stuff. Most of what he gets is, like, honestly, it's roadkill nowadays. He picks up roadkill where he sees it, and he freezes it out in his barn until he has time to, like, cut it, process it if the hide's not too damaged. He's gotten all kinds of stuff that way. He's gotten deer. He's gotten, like, beavers. He's gotten all kinds of things. All kinds of wild stuff. Anyways, my name is Splattercat. This is Medieval Dynasty. I'm enjoying it. There is not a lot of jank on this game. With survival games, I always expect there to be a certain amount of bugginess, a certain amount of chunkiness, and a certain amount of technical improficiency. And not the case with this. Feels pretty good. This feels like something that was knocked together by people that definitely know what they're doing, and it kind of took me by surprise. Check the game out down below. It's in early access right now, so this is not the complete title. There's obviously going to be a lot more features yet to come. I will see you all next time. Thank you for being here. Hi-do, and take care, everybody.